and good evening to all the MBA aspirants. So you are almost left with 4 months, or let's say around 150 to 160 days for your CAT exam. So it's important that now you sit and think about the strategy that you are going to follow in these upcoming months. So that is what the purpose of today's live is. I will simply discuss the syllabus, the pattern, the strategy and the timetable with you for these upcoming 4 months. It's because I have been getting a lot of questions from students, those who are starting their preparation now, that can we prepare for the CAT exam like in 4-5 months. And I believe if you have the right kind of dedication, if you know your potential, if you are aware of strengths and weaknesses that you have, yes, definitely you can do it in 4-5 months of preparation. It's just that you have to do a lot of smart work. So we will start the live. I will discuss the syllabus and the pattern with you, and one by one I will discuss the strategy that you can follow, and the success will be for sure after that. So stay tuned, and if you have any questions and any queries, please put that in the chat box. I can take up that question also. Let's get into the video and let us see how to prepare for this highly competitive exam in 4 months. Okay, but before starting, there is something that I would like to discuss. This is not a syllabus. You don't have a curriculum or as such a book that you would complete and you'll surely score really well in this exam. If you look at the pattern that they have already given, the sections that they've given, be it DI, quant or verbal, they just try to test your aptitude through it. All they are trying to do is your reasoning skills, your aptitude, your understanding of a written piece of work. How well do you assess it? And it's not confined to any kind of syllabus. Every student, be it a student who comes from the non-medical background, humanities background, commerce background, they can all crack this exam very easily. So just fit one thing into your mind or in your conscience, that they are not looking for geniuses, they're not looking for scientists. They are looking for people, those who know how to behave in a particular situation, how to do certain calculations, or basically how to use the aptitude and the reasoning to solve certain questions. And this can come with practice. So everyone who's been into their bachelor's, they've been into a different kind of study. Just by some practice, you can easily understand what is the requirement of this paper, how many questions I need to attempt, how much time do I need to give to each section and then each area also. All of it, I will discuss it in today's live. Let's get into the video quickly. So if I have to discuss the syllabus and the number of questions with you, everyone who is starting their preparation now in this month, try to understand this carefully, that there are 3 sections in total in the CAT exam. So since COVID, we've been getting 66 questions. Before that, the number was definitely higher than 66. So now you get only 66 questions. Out of 66, in VARC, you will get 24 questions. Time will be 40 minutes for this section, and total score will be 72. So you will be scoring out of 72. So next is quant. Okay, 3. It is +3 for every correct answer. So for every correct answer, you will get a 3. And that is the reason the total is 72. In the quant, you had 22 questions in total and 40 minutes again for this section as well. And 66 score was the total score, if you count it according to the number 3. In DILR, just 20 questions and 40 minutes for this, and 60 score was the total score for this. So in total you will get 120 minutes or 2 hours for your CAT exam, and which I believe is not a very long time. If you can perform very efficiently in those 2 hours, you can really score good in this exam. So first of all, let's understand each and every section and what kind of areas are covered under each and every section, because only when you have a clear picture in front of you of the whole syllabus, you will be able to decide where should I start from, what all should I work more on, and what should be my strategy for the exam. So the first section is verbal ability and reading comprehension. The name itself suggests it will have 2 combinations. First is the reading comprehension, and almost 70% paper is based on RCs only. Other is verbal ability, which will give you questions on para-jumbles, para-summary, misfit or sentence placement. Your quant is basic maths till 10th standard, though there will be 20% syllabus from higher maths also. There can be 20% syllabus from higher maths, but yes, you have to focus on quant more. So everyone who comes from a non-mathematical background, they always have a fear and apprehension that we would not be able to score good. But trust me, we've all done our maths till 10th standard. It's just the practice that you have to get into again. We've been out of practice, nothing else. So first is to take out this phobia, because whenever we fear something, guys, we manifest it into our mind. It's very important that first you convince yourself that if so many people who come from a humanities or non-mathematical background can do this, why not me? Try to find out your strengths rather than looking at this that I don't know quant. DILR, data interpretation and logical reasoning. Again, a lot of students who think it's going to be core maths, you can see that from DI you will only get I think probably 1 or 2 sets. The rest will be from LR, logical reasoning. It can be blood relation, sitting arrangement or any type of question. So you can say one section will be calculation based, the other will not be that calculation based. But yes, you'll have to apply your understanding and you have to find out reasoning in the given case. So what all you need to have for this section is you should have a good knowledge of the percentages and averages, reasoning and data caselets. So try to solve certain data caselets and then move on to this section. So I believe now we've got a clear picture of what these 3 sections are, what this exam is about. Now let us get into some of the areas, or I may say sub areas of all the 3 subjects. Alright, so before getting into the strategy part, it's important that you know the whole syllabus. In quantitative ability, you may get questions related to geometry, number system, modern maths, arithmetic, mensuration and algebra. So I have taken the broad categories which are further divided into the sub areas. You can refer to our website to see the detailed analysis or detailed syllabus of quant, DI, LR and verbal on our site. In fact, we've provided previous year paper also. We've given analysis of previous year paper also. So you can refer to hitbullseye.com and you can see the whole syllabus over there. Next is data interpretation and logical reasoning. The questions will be based on, see, team formation, sitting arrangement. So obviously they give you name of these 10 to 12 people, let's say alphabets A, B, C, D, E, and they would give you instructions ki E was sitting opposite to M, N was sitting right to N after leaving 3 people and something like that. So you'll have to make a circle and you have to decide where all were they sitting, and then you have to answer certain question. They would ask you, okay, what was the position of E? What was the position of F with respect to G? So these are this kind of questions. Sitting arrangement. They may ask you question on clock and calendars. You may find some really good and helpful video on our YouTube channel itself related to clocks and calendars, how to deal with these questions. Questions may be from Venn diagram and it can be from bar graph also. Some data will be given to you either in the form of bar graph or in the form of the pie chart. And on the basis of that, they would ask you, let's say, yearly analysis, what was the production in that year, what will be the average of those 5 years and all those type of questions. So now if I talk about the verbal section, verbal ability and reading comprehension, you will get questions on para-jumbles that we call SR also. SR means sentence rearrangement. So a set of sentences is given to you, probably 5 or 6, jumbled in a random order, and you have to read all the sentences, connect the dots, construct a story that what the paragraph is talking about, and then arrange the sentences into the right order to make it a coherent paragraph, a tightly knit paragraph. So these are para-jumble question, 3 questions from this. No negative marking for these questions. Well, stay tuned to the channel if you want to see a detailed strategy for the verbal section itself, because I know We all come from English medium schools. We all are well versed in, having conversations in English. But then somehow when it comes to the CAT exam and students see the mock test, they get a little scared. Ki, what kind of English is this? How come all the option choices are so close? Even if my English is good, I'm not able to answer it. If I've understood the passage, still the option choices are so close, and so on. A lot of students have doubt in all these questions. So I would not say that there are, shortcut tips and tricks and calculation methods like quant or DI in this. But yes, there are certain steps that you can follow to score really good in English section, being very smart, because there are no grammar or vocabulary question. They've already made it very easy for you. So in my next live I'll have a detailed analysis of the verbal section, and one of our teachers may also give you an analysis of quant and DI. So if you're willing for that, send in a thumbs up in the chat box so that I get to know most of you want to see that live. So we will come up with that topic if you are only willing for that. Send a thumbs up in the chat box. Alright, moving on with this one. I would not get too much into the parajumbas. You'll lose the focus. Today our focus is to have an objective look on the whole paper, and then we will take up each and every topic individually in the next live. Para summary questions. A paragraph is given to you and certain summaries are given in the option. You have to understand the whole paragraph and then go with one option which justifies the paragraph in the best way. So almost covers up everything that is given in the paragraph. Long and short passages can be there. So 4 passages will be there in your exam, which means 16 question out of 24. 16 question out of 24 will be based on your reading comprehensions. So we will discuss the strategy for the RC and non-RC section in the next live. Alright, so now let us see what timetable should we follow. Now before answering this question, I would say that we can distribute you people into 2 categories. The students who go for the preparation of CAT in July. The first category would be students who are already done with 1 round of syllabus. If not syllabus, probably they've given the previous year paper, probably they've seen the previous year paper, or they have some vague idea about what the exam is, and probably they've prepared off and on for the CAT exam. That all those people I'll count in this category. The first category. Now these people, those who are already done with the 1 round of the syllabus, or they have some vague idea about the syllabus, try to start it in a very new way again from the July itself. It will give your preparation a kickstart. Your mind will be more fresh, you will be more focused, and you will be using your potentials in the right direction. If you again give yourself a target instead of thinking, oh, I've already completed the syllabus. Because no matter how much you study, once you're out of practice, it becomes very hard to score good, right? So start like a baby, I would say, afresh. Okay, this is the second set of people. Students who have just started preparing for the exam. Let's say who started preparing in let's say June, July, who are going to prepare for this exam is my target audience, I would say. So obviously you are all into your graduation if you are going for the CAT exam. So it's not that we don't have any idea of what RCs are, what DI is. So the first thing that I would request you is to go through some of the mock paper and the previous year paper just to see what DI is. What do they mean by DI? What LR is? And then go on to decide your preparation, your timetable. Just sit down and see, okay, I have 150 days. Every day I will be giving 8 hours to study. Multiply that with 150, you'll have total hours. Then think of it from in one day itself, how many hours do you need to give to all the 3 sections, and how much time should go for the mocks. What should be your rest period, what should be your second preparation. Now when students go for the preparation of this exam, their starting point is always different. Some may be good enough within 2 rounds of preparation. Some student would want to go for a 3rd round of preparation. That is very subjective, that you'll have to decide. How will you decide it? After giving the marks. So I'll come to that point. You just have to understand this, that either 2 round or 3 round, you'll have to go through the whole syllabus, all the calculations, all the tricks and tips of your quant and DI. Well, English is something that you should start from today itself, reading something, and you should be doing it till the last day, just before your exam. English is not something that would come in a day or two in a month, that you would feel ki, oh, English is something I already know. I've been doing RCs in my school, so I'll just touch it in the last month. That won't help. So trust me, English is something you should be doing daily 1 hour of reading. Alright, we have understood everything. What kind of set can there be and what should be your preparation strategy. Let's see now initial 20-day strategy, August month strategy, September and October. So to the best of my knowledge, I have tried to come up with one general kind of strategy and timetable that may work for all of you. But still I understand this, a lot of our subjectivity come in. Probably someone is very good with verbal and not good with quant, then you have to obviously give more time to that. So in that way you can mold the timetable a little bit, but I've come up with a general kind of timetable. So strategy for first 20 days should be read for an hour daily. You can read anything. It can be articles, it can be editorials, it can be certain passages, it can be articles from Aeon, it can be newspaper article. Just make sure that you are reading daily, because think about it. Once you've started, you're sitting for the CAT paper, the first section is verbal and you're not good with reading, you'll get drained after 2 passages. The exam itself demands you reading 4 passages, 3 para summaries, 3 para jumbles. Obviously it will be a lot of reading. So just try to enjoy it, read for an hour daily and try to grab some concepts. Try to learn new jargon of different subject area. So reading and diverse reading is very important. Someday you are reading something from philosophy, the other day you are reading an article in the newspaper related to the business world, someday you are reading, let's say, about science and discoveries, probably about the Titan submarine that recently imploded. It can be anything, but do read daily. If you think that I'll do English once in a week, I'll simply practice some RCs and it will solve the purpose, that is not going to happen. So this is for the initial 20 days. Imagine yourself reading for 20 hours. That will bring you into the practice. That will be a nice warm-up, I would say, for the preparation of the CAT exam. One thing you have to convince yourself, you're no more into the graduation setup, graduation preparation. This is CAT exam. So just convince yourself that, okay, I can be this selfish for 4 months if it's for my own good. Now see the previous year questions to get the gist of the DI, LR and quant. Now I know verbal is still a section, RC is something we all know. A lot of students do not know what DI, LR is or what kind of questions can they get in the CAT exam. So it's advisable from my side that without being scared of the CAT exam, just see some mock papers or previous year paper. Even if you are not solving it, just go through it just to see how many questions they give you, how many sets can there be. So there can be 4 to 5 set in DI. Oh, okay, so some set are from logical reasoning, some are from DI. Oh, okay, DI is something I can manage, or probably LR is something that I can manage, just to have an outlook of what the paper looks like. Go through the previous year paper. All the well-informed students will definitely do it before starting their preparation. Practice the concepts of DI, LR and quant. Now comes the time, once you've seen the paper, you yourself are a person probably who is into 3rd year, who's decided will go for MBA, a person probably who's left for his or her job, and we are all graduates, definitely. So you at least know this much, that there are certain concepts that are covered in quant and DI, which again you may get on the website, or you may go back to this video and see I have shown you all the sections. See those concepts, make a list, put green in front of all those areas that are very strong and red on the areas that are not too strong for you. So after doing this, strategy for next 1 month, which is the August month, or I would say starting from somewhere 20th of July, Start giving mocks without worrying too much for the scores. Initial 4, 5, 6 mocks, probably you will not score good. In the first mock, the marking may go negative as well. But need not worry about that. That is your preparatory stage. Be very easy with yourself that I am giving these marks just to understand that when I'm sitting for my preparation, how many areas do I have to do really well in, right? So just be very easy with yourself. Don't be scared of mocks. Mocks are something that are going to tell you about yourself, your weaknesses. Only then you will start preparation. So there are these two set of people. The first set who would be well informed before starting the preparation. They would just see the previous year paper and see, is it my kind of thing? If it is, how much time would I need for it? And the second kind of people who will go on doing the concept, and they'll have in their mind that only once we are done with the syllabus we'll be ready to give the mark. Otherwise we don't want to take the risk क्योंकि हमारा morale down हो जाता है. And trust me, I was also into the second category when I was preparing for my one UGC net exam. So I also used to think the same, that no, I need to complete the whole syllabus, otherwise I don't get the confidence. But whatever you read, probably only 20% come from that. And this even doesn't even have any syllabus. UGC net will still have some kind of syllabus. This doesn't have that. So just give the mark, relax, just see which all areas are there. Only when you will fall, make mistakes, you will get to know these are the areas I need to work more on. Now identify the weak area, work on those areas and shortlist the topics that you need to focus more on. After giving 4-5 marks, you will see some of the topics of quant and DI are very important, like algebra, calculations, arithmetic. And some of the areas are not too important and there are very low chances of getting those questions. Now, why am I telling you this? For example, in DI you will get 20 questions. Let's say you have 2 sets of 5 questions each. You don't have to do all 20 questions. If you are able to select the right 2 sets which were easy in level, which were scoreable, you first have to identify and learn how to find out that easy DI set. If you are able to do only 2 but correctly, you will be above 95 percentile. You don't even have to solve the whole paper. So yes, there are certain areas, some question types, some topics of maths, quant that you can skip, right? Same goes for English also. Now you've already shortlisted the topics that you need to focus more on, that are very important from that point of view. If you think there is certain topic which is very important but you are lacking in it, take help from guide. You may take help from us also and work on that area. Strategy for September: go for the second revision of the syllabus. By this time you should have been done with the whole syllabus at least once. And I know that in the first revision, when you have to do it so quickly, like only in a month, you end up being very confused. So this will be your another round of preparation. Work on accuracy and selection of the right set of questions. Now I will not say that even if you are not scoring good, it's perfectly fine. When you are into this month, September, the 3rd month of your preparation, now you need to be a little more focused on scoring well, on selecting the right questions. And for example, in verbal ability you have 24 questions. Who says you have to do all 24? Look at this now, 80% attempt and 80% accuracy. So let us say out of 24 you've done only 19 questions. Out of 19, if 15 to 16 questions are correct, you will be scoring 95 percentile or more than this. So is that difficult? You've got a choice, such a wonderful choice of these questions. And out of these 24, 5 are theta questions in which you can go with your wise guessing also. I will discuss this strategy in my verbal live. Well, so this is the thumb rule which you can follow to score really good. So you can see that the paper is about strategizing which all question you should be doing and which all question you should be leaving. Easy question is something that you should not leave. Now strategy for the last month, October, because your exam will be in November. Assess yourself on national level mock. Now is the time to come into the competition. You can buy any good series. You can see our mocks also. You can buy our series also. You can go to Hitbullseye, gmail.com and send in a query there. Now assess yourself on national level mock and see where do you stand. Try solving the previous year paper and see what was the cutoff that year and how much I am able to score in the same 2 hour in the same exam type of setting. We've provided all the previous year paper on our website. Find out the strategies that work best for you. So strategies as in, are you okay, if I talk about verbal, are you okay with 2 RCs and then moving on to para summary and sentence placement question or misfit question, and then you want to come back to the third RC? Or are you a kind of person who doesn't mind doing 3 passages in one go because you are habitual of reading? Then you go to the misfit question or sentence placement question, and then you go to the para summary question. So this you can you can change and see your strategy which works best for you, how much time you're giving to each and every question and scoring really well. So this was the strategy for the 4-month. I hope it proves to be helpful to you. It will give you some clarity of the picture that what all you need to do, how you need to prepare, and you can mold the timetable accordingly, according to your needs. Now, if you are willing to have a detailed analysis of one of our mock, Arvincat 12 is about to release. If you want to see an analysis of that, you want to see the mock paper, you want to understand the strategy from me and from one of our most experienced teachers, Quant and DI teacher, please put that in the comment box and we will come up with that live in the next week. Till then, keep smiling, keep shining, and all the very best. Thank you everyone. Have a great day.